Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video, I am going to be taking you through my 2020 through 2022 mixed media sketchbook. I'm a little bit embarrassed that it's taken me this long to fill it out. I think I got it in March, or maybe it was April of 2020. I don't know, it was shortly after lockdown started and I needed something to do, so I got a sketchbook that I could use for watercolor, actually not watercolor, gouache, markers, all that jazz. This is the Strathmore Mixed Media Sketchbook. I don't honestly know what pound paper it is. Not enough to take watercolor. I found that out the hard way. I'll leave a link down in the description to this particular sketchbook on Amazon. If you do buy it from the link, I'll get a little cut of the profit, so thank you in advance if you order the sketchbook. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I never actually start on the first page of the sketchbook. I don't like how they bound this in here. There's this weird little piece of paper that's not the same paper as the rest of the sketchbook, but they've glued it or like bound it a decent chunk of the way into the paper, so I don't know, maybe I'll just write my name on this or something. So this is not a chronological sketchbook. Some of these are from 2020 and some of them are from 2022, and they're all kind of mixed throughout. I have a hard time actually sticking to a going page by page type of process. So these two are from this year, actually. They're from my Painting with Color and Light with Robert Kondo and Dice Sasumi class on Schoolism. We did a lot of still life studies, so you'll see a lot of those here throughout, either painted in or paper clipped in. These two are a class that I took from Ruth Wilshaw. She has an ebook that is on painting gouache landscapes. This is actually the reason that I got this sketchbook in the first place, because I wanted a place where I could take it outside and do still life, or do
life, my goodness, I can't talk.
To do plein air paintings, which I don't think I ever actually did. But anyways, yeah, so these two are some of the paintings I did for her class. These you might actually recognize. I don't know if, maybe you won't. I don't know if I actually put these into the character scene studies video that I made. This one I did, I think back in 2021, just a quick little value comp of a scene from Onward. I've loved this scene ever since I watched the movie for the first time, and I love the lighting in the scene. It's very, very, I don't know, it's a very emotional scene, and I love the very soft lighting. It's just, it's great. And then I did this color comp early in 2022, right before I did that particular scene study in my other sketchbook, because I was a little bit nervous about going straight into the painting, so I decided to do a color comp in this sketchbook very quickly, just laying down a few washes of color, just so I could kind of see what colors I wanted to use to mix to match that scene, and yeah, just kind of familiarize myself with the scene. So this page is a scene study from, I do a lot of scene studies if you haven't noticed. This is a scene from Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. It's a scene that I fell in love with the first time I saw the episode. I think it's in episode 1 of the show on Netflix. I actually just recently did another rendition of this scene, and I'm a lot happier with how that one turned out. This was very short into my foray into the wide, wide world of gouache paintings. So yeah, it's a little muddy. The clouds are very gross. Yeah, it's what it is though. So, oh gosh, I actually forgot about these. These are some quick studies that I did for a painting for the Curio Art Gallery in Portugal. They did an online show back in 2021, I think, and these are some little thumbnail sketches that I did in preparation for that. I love I love ice cream, as you probably know, if you've been around here for any length of time. I wanted to paint some scoop-a-loons, some little ice cream hot air balloon combinations, as well as a sundae ridgeable, like a hot fudge sundae dirigible. So yeah, that's what those are for. I had a lot of fun with that painting. I should show that sometime. I honestly don't know where it is, but I'll find it. Anyways, maybe I'll throw it up into the video. So these are some bird studies that I did. I don't ask me what kind of birds these are because I probably don't know. This one's a hummingbird, obviously. I don't know what these other two are, but I had a lot of fun with these. I love painting birds. I find them fascinating. We have some hummingbird feeders around our house, and during the summertime, oh my goodness, the hummingbirds go crazy. You can even stand outside like under the feeders and they'll come and fly like right in front of your face, and oh my goodness, it's so much fun. But I have extremely curly hair, so whenever they like fly around my head, I always get mildly concerned that they're gonna get stuck. Anyways, moving on. This is a painting I did recently of my character Fergus the Fox and some little picnic elements. Oh, there's an ant on my table. Gross. I did Lay's as a little Lay's potato chips spoof. I'm actually really happy with how the little apple turned out and the little sandwich. I had a lot of fun painting this. This was purely self-indulgence for me. I've been kind of experimenting with painting in more of a wood carving kind of style. Trying to make my characters look like little wooden figurines, I guess. So yeah, that was a really fun spread. These are more studies from the Ruth Wilshaw class. Again, very early in my gouache experience. I was very wary of going in thicker with gouache. I tended to use it very watered down, which is kind of unfortunate, but anyways, it's okay. Some little plant studies. I think this one was actually, I painted this one outside, and this one. I was doing like a little painting with only green and white and black, and I actually took my sketchbook outside and painted outside for a little bit, so pretty sure that's the only time we ever did any plein air paintings in this sketchbook, but it's fine. Moving on. This one was just for fun, I think. I don't know. I wanted to do a still life one day. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. It turned out very loose and painterly, and I don't know, I like it. These were from another class on schoolism. I think it was oh gosh, I don't remember what it's called. I don't know, I'll throw it up on the screen when I edit it. Yeah, it was a Cody Gramstad class on schoolism, and we were doing values and lighting. So yeah, that was pretty fun. This one's another Ruth Wilshaw study. I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out. I don't think it's half bad for being in the beginnings of my gouache phase. More plant studies. This was when this was a failed project. This was when I was going to oh my gosh, my camera's not been centered this whole time. I'm really sorry. So these are some more plant studies. This is actually from a failed project that I started. I start a lot of projects and then don't finish them. So yeah, that's really annoying. I was doing an ABC's kind of plant project where I drew a plant from every letter of the alphabet. I don't remember how far I made it, and I honestly don't remember what plants these are. So yeah, that's awesome. Oh, this one's an African violet. I know what this one is. I used to have an African violet. Her name was Margot. She died, unfortunately. I took such good care of her, and I was so proud of myself. And then she started to outgrow her pot a little bit, so I was like, okay, I'll repot her. And then I forgot, and then I think I went on vacation. It wouldn't have been vacation. I don't know. I was somewhere for like a week, and I forgot to water her, and then she died, and it was so tragic. We were best pals. Anyways, I need to move on before I tear up about this. So this was a study from Dan in Real Life. It was for my 100 Scene Studies challenge for the expressions theme. Yeah, not much to say about it. I did it, so go watch that video if you want. Not right now. Finish this video first and then go watch that video. Anyways, moving on. These are some kind of tragic facial feature studies that I did. I'm actually really happy with how this ear turned out and none of the rest of it. I was experimenting a lot with color, and then it turned out really muddy, and also I can't paint eyes, apparently. These turned out poorly, but it's okay. Growing and improving. Another scene study from Kiki's delivery service. I loved painting this whole, yes, it was awesome. And I'm actually really happy with how this turned out, which doesn't happen very often, as evidenced by the last few pages where I've gone,
It's not so great, but...
Anyways, yeah, bread, love it. Super fun to paint. Another Ruth Wilshaw study. I wasn't as happy with how this one turned out, but I like the colors in it, so, you know, it can live in my sketchbook, and yeah. So these are some Studio Ghibli studies that I did. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it up in the info card as well. Again, wait until after this video to watch that. So this one's from My Neighbor Totoro. This one's from Spirited Away. The colors turned out a little bit tropical for this one, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. It's what it is. This one's another Ruth Wilshaw study. I think this was the last one she had in the ebook. I don't remember. I don't know. They were a lot of fun to do though. Let's see. We've got some rock studies. Apparently I didn't finish this one. I was playing around with just different colors and textures, some moss and different erosions in the rocks and stuff. So yeah, that was fun. Apparently I didn't want to put one there. I don't know why. This is a study of a portrait I did, or of a photo I found on Pinterest. As you can see, there's some marker bleeding through here, which is a little bit annoying, but I really wanted to bring out the different colors that I was seeing in his skin tone. I don't actually remember when this was. I think it was 2020 probably. I don't know. I had a lot of time on my hands in 2020. Didn't we all? Anyways. Is that the next? Oh, I guess this is the next page. This is a little character I started sketching one day. Cookie McCream. Little spoof of cookies and cream, and did a little, like a little ball gown design for her, but it kind of ended up looking more like cow print than like cookies and cream milkshake kind of situation, so whatever. This is a little house design I did. I think I based it off of a photo that I found on Pinterest, but I really wanted to play around with very vibrant colors for a house. But yeah, it was a fun little sketch to do. These were some little paint splatter paintings I did, or I guess they're not really paintings, they're kind of paintings, sketches, whatever, where basically you just take a color of like watercolor or gouache and then you like swoosh it down there with a brush, and whatever shape you find in the splatter, you do a sketch on top of it. So I decided to do some little Legend of Zelda sketches on here with oh my gosh, what's the name? It's a really annoying character, and it goes,
Hey, listen!
about everything, and it's really annoying. I don't know. I'll throw the name up there. There's a link. And then there's Epona, and I don't remember what her name is from Twilight Princess. That's a massive hand, though. The hand to head size ratio is nuts, but it's okay. I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out. I saw like a character squatting in the shape, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should draw Link. And I was like, oh, I should draw enter name of character here. And then I was like, oh, I could do one of the horse and that other character. And yeah. And then I had space over here and drew some trees. So yeah. More plant studies. These were from last year, I think. I had a lot of fun with these. I was really happy with how these blueberries turned out. I like berries. I'm a berry girl. Like anything berries, I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't know what these are. I think this is a eucalyptus plant, possibly. I also sketched out another one that apparently I didn't want to take the time to paint, so I don't know if you can actually call this sketchbook finished, since there's little bits throughout that I didn't technically finish, but it's fine. Anyways, funny story about these two. So I drew this one in 2020. Ignore the year on this one. I actually really liked how it turned out. I liked the kind of vintage vibes. I don't like her face, and there's a lot of proportional issues in here, like with the hands and the nose, and yeah, there's a lot of problems, but overall I really liked the color palette. So I decided to redraw her last year and hated how it turned out. I liked how loose this one was, and then this one just, I don't know, wasn't happy with it, but yeah, and then I dated this one wrong. So that's not actually 2021, this was 2020. This one was 2021. Anyways, moving on. More studies. So these are more studies from the Schoolism, the painting with color and light class on Schoolism. So these are some little, I'm losing my voice. I should have made tea, but I didn't. So sad. Anyways, so these are some little toys that my parents have actually for their little collections. My mom's a huge Looney Tunes fan, and then my dad's a big Star Wars fan. And then I found some other little things like a yo-yo and an old cassette tape, a little paper clip. I actually really like how these ones turned out. I feel like they're very painterly, and I like that. I also painted my old Game Boy and a dragon piece from Carcassonne. So these were lighting studies. The proportions or like the perspective is really off on this, but I don't know. I like the vibes of bringing back my childhood a little bit. Ah, yes, the Froyo page. So in 2020, I had a huge bucket list of things that I wanted to do, and then COVID happened, and I did not get to do most of those things. However, one of the things on my bucket list was to try frozen yogurt for the first time. Or no, not try frozen yogurt. I've had frozen yogurt before, but I've never been to a frozen yogurt shop. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to try frozen yogurt in a frozen yogurt shop for the first time, where you get to go and put all your little flavors in a cup and put all the little toppings on it and have them weigh it and go, wow, you're a pig. Anyways, so yeah, we were out in the city one day for a doctor's appointment, and we always get ice cream because, duh, I love ice cream. We passed a yogurtini, and I was like, oh, I've never been to one of those before. And she was like, you've never been to a frozen yogurt shop? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, we could go. And I was like, it's always been on my bucket list, but I've never been to one. And she was like, okay, well, we can make this happen. So yeah, we went and we got frozen yogurt, and it was fantastic. So yeah, this is inspirations from that, little strips of the swirly frozen yogurt, little sketches, little ink drawings. Oh, I forgot I have that ink pen. I should play with that again. Little Copic marker one. Anyways, moving on. More studies. So because the marker bleeds through pretty badly, I couldn't paint, or well, I guess I could have painted on the other side of this, which I found out later. But anyways, I decided to pin in some of the little marker studies that I did for my class. So yeah, more, I think these ones were material studies. I don't think these were these ones weren't lighting, these ones were material. I really like how this one turned out with the, I think it's called Fresnel? I think that's the right word. Which is basically where different materials, if you look at them from different angles, become very, very reflective. So like the chair, you could see because it has kind of a shellac on the wood, I could see the reflections of the glue stick and the different stamps, the candy bar, all that stuff. So yeah, I was really happy with how that one turned out. More little still life studies. I think these ones were color studies. I don't know, we did a lot of studies in a very short amount of time for this class, so it all kind of runs together for me. Oh, the Hobbit Hole. So yeah, I did a study of Bag End from Lord of the Rings. I think this particular reference photo was actually from The Hobbit, but it's okay. It's still Bag End. I love how this one turned out. It was so much fun to paint. And I listened to Lord of the Rings, or I listened to Shire Ambiance on YouTube while I was painting it, and there were a few of the themes from the first movie that played throughout, and like literally every time they would come up, I would just tear up. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. The score for that movie was incredible. Anyways, skull studies, different people, different animals. Yeah. Not much to say. I had fun with these. Learned a lot from them, so. More Fergus the fox. This was when I was really starting to explore making him look more like a carved, like a carved figurine. This is actually a study I did from a photo on Pinterest of like a carved fox. But like these ones are all just me playing around. But I really loved the brush strokes that you could see throughout here, and then like playing with different kind of bounce light in here and different shadow colors. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. So this this is a little sketch I did for the 50th anniversary of the Aristocats movie in 2020. So funny story, not really funny. It was depressing, but it's okay. I'm better now. So I actually had COVID when, okay, back up. So the 50th anniversary of the movie Aristocats was on Christmas Eve of 2020. So I had this grand plan that I was going to watch the movie and I was going to do a sketch and it's going to be fantastic. However, the week before the anniversary, me and my entire family came down with COVID and it was awful. So, but I was so committed to doing an illustration in honor of the anniversary. So me and my little sick behind sat down at my art desk and I drew out this illustration, and then I think I passed out on the couch. So yeah, that was fun. I basically remember nothing about making this because I was so mentally and physically dead at that point. So yeah, but it's nice to have a little sneak peek into apparently what was going on in my head at the moment. So yeah. More studies. I think these ones were lighting studies. For these ones, oh yeah, so for this one, okay. This one was a study of my perfume bottle, and basically what we were supposed to do was do a 3-value color comp, or a 3-value comp. So break down the object into a simple 3-value structure, paint it out, and then repaint it in a full value scale. So yeah, that was really fun. I don't remember. I think this one might have been materials again. I did a lot of those with markers because they were a little bit quicker for me to work with. I was doing the class. It's a 10-week class, and I was trying to do it in 5 weeks, so I only had to pay for a 1-month subscription. So yeah, I was doing 2 weeks worth of homework in 1 week, and also doing other stuff or other projects at the same time. So yeah, that was extremely stressful. This is a little meet the artist thing spread that I did in, I think this was 2020. I think so. I actually still have this outfit and I love it. But anyways, yeah, so fun little things that I like and things that I don't like. Little sunflowers. I love sunflowers. I love yellow. Yellow's my favorite color, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, so some of these are fun, some of these are not fun. These are some little, I actually made stickers of these 3. So if you're interested in having little foodie gnomes, go check out my shop in the description and get some stickers. They turned out really cute. But anyways, apparently I didn't want to paint this one. Little bacon or little breakfast eater little bedhead gnome with some coffee. Little muffin gnome. I love how her curls turned out. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun painting her. And then like a little bonbon gnome. This one was actually a study of like a lighting setup that I don't remember which artist it was. I'll throw it up on the screen in edits. Man, future Allie's gonna have so much stuff to edit in. Anyways, a lot of the other ones turned out pretty decent in my other sketchbook, but then I was like, oh yeah, I have some sketches in here in this sketchbook that I can play around with, and I don't particularly like how it turned out. I don't think it's awful, but I don't think it's great. Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, moving on. This was a failed attempt at some ink and string art. I don't know what I did wrong, but something went very wrong. So yeah, it's in there. Anyways, here's some little food trucks that I sketched out. I don't really know why. I was just feeling like drawing some food trucks one day. So yeah. These are some studies for the Cody Gramstad class that I did on Schoolism. They're little material studies. So the assignment was to pick 5 objects and kind of put them on like a little ball and render them out as best you could and learn about painting materials. And so I chose leather, obsidian, marmalade, brownie, and a latte. So yeah, they weren't the most successful, but I had fun with them. So more painting with color and light assignments. These ones didn't turn out particularly great, but it's okay. This is a little spread that I did, I think probably 2020, maybe 2021. Yeah, just a little forest nightscape. Not much to say. These are for a Ruth Wilshaw challenge that she does on Instagram. They're tiny world paintings where basically you make like, I think that's 2 inches. Is that 2 inches? I think it's 2 inches. You make 2-inch circles and then you paint a little tiny world in each of them. And oh my goodness, these are so much fun, and I want to do another round of them. I actually have stickers of these as well. I think this one was my favorite. More of the tiny worlds. And then we've got some more value studies. These are actually, these 2 are my neighbor's trash cans. I don't know why. We had an overcast day and I was like, hey, that's the light setup that I'm supposed to be using for these studies. So yeah, that's what I did. A little makeup bag. Not much to say. Just more little studies. This is a study of the Yard milkshake bars, one of their spooky milkshakes for October of 2021. Okay, so I've never actually been to the Yard milkshake bar, but it is literally my life goal to go someday. Oh my gosh, their milkshakes are so, like, look at this. This is so aesthetically pleasing, and their flavors are so fun. Their toppings are so fun. But yeah, so I just wanted to paint one of their milkshakes, and I did. And it was fun. So yeah, anyways, moving on. Another little value study of another neighbor's little American flag flower pot. I think this is the last page. So ended on some more studies, just things in my room, hot tamales, because I have an entire shelf of candy that I don't eat. I don't eat a lot of candy, but I have a candy shelf nonetheless. And then the charcuterie board and little candles and a vase in my kitchen. So yeah, I actually really like how this one turned out. I made my sister sit out in the kitchen with me while I painted this because I got really bored and I was like,
I need company.
So yeah, that is it. We have reached the end of our little sketchbook tour. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed a little peek into the last almost 2 full years of my life, embarrassingly. So yeah, time for this one to go on the shelf. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. I always love chatting with you guys. And if you really enjoyed the video, head on over to Patreon and subscribe for as low as $1 a month to get access to more art, coloring pages, membership polls, all sorts of great things. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys!